Welcome to our magical world of Tiny Toes TV, the ultimate destination for young adventurers. Rainbow, join us on a journey filled with laughter, learning, and endless fun. Our kid-friendly YouTube channel is packed with exciting animated stories, educational videos, catchy sing-alongs, and delightful DIY activities that spark creativity.
Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, there lived a kind and humble shoemaker named Mr. Cobbler. Mr. Cobbler had a tiny shop tucked away in a narrow alley, where he crafted the most exquisite shoes with great care and skill. Despite his craftsmanship, times were tough, and Mr. Cobbler struggled to make ends meet. One winter's night, after Mr. Cobbler had closed his shop, he laid out the last piece of leather he had, hoping to create a masterpiece the next day. Little did he know that magical creatures were about to change his fortune. As the clock struck midnight, a group of mischievous elves appeared in Mr. Cobbler's shop. These elves were no ordinary creatures. They were known as the Midnight Cobblers. They had heard about the kind-hearted shoemaker and decided to lend a helping hand. The elves worked swiftly and quietly, using their tiny hands to cut, stitch, and weave the leather into the most splendid pair of shoes the village had ever seen. They even added delicate embroidery and tiny, sparkling details that made the shoes look like they belonged in a fairy tale. When Mr. Cobbler arrived at his shop the next morning, he couldn't believe his eyes. The dazzling shoes on the workbench far surpassed anything he had ever created. Overwhelmed with joy, he displayed the enchanted shoes in his shop window. Word of the extraordinary shoes spread like wildfire throughout the village, attracting customers from far and wide. Mr. Cobbler's business flourished, and he was able to provide for his family comfortably. The elves continued to visit every night, turning his modest shop into a magical workshop. Grateful for the elves' generosity, Mr. Cobbler decided to repay them. He crafted tiny, beautiful outfits for each elf and left them out in his shop. When the elves discovered the gifts, they were delighted and danced around the shop, leaving behind a sprinkle of magical dust. From that day forward, the elves and Mr. Cobbler formed an everlasting friendship. The Midnight Cobblers continued to help Mr. Cobbler, ensuring his shop thrived, while Mr. Cobbler continued to create extraordinary shoes that brought joy to the hearts of all who wore them. And so, in that quaint little village, the tale of Mr. Cobbler and the Midnight Cobblers became a cherished story, passed down through generations as a reminder that kindness and friendship can bring magic into even the most ordinary lives.
Thanks for joining the fun on Tiny Toes TV. We hope you had a blast exploring, learning, and laughing with us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss our next exciting adventure. Until next time, keep smiling, stay curious, and remember, you're awesome. Glowing star waving hand.